This is Machine Gun Kelly. I was just reading up a little bit about him on my cell phone. Man, I find this history just fascinating, the things that happened back in the day. This was in the 30s that most of his trouble, 20s and 30s, that's when he caused most of his trouble, I think. So what I learned about Machine Gun Kelly was in the 20s, he was just a bootlegger and running around transporting liquor. He got caught transporting liquor to an Indian reservation, and so that got him put in Leavenworth for 3 years. And so this guy, when he got out, he got married, and then he continued on with his gangster life. His wife got him his first machine gun, and that's how he ended up with the name Machine Gun Kelly. He just loved this gun. So he ended up kidnapping a guy named Urschel, and he got a $200,000 ransom. That's a lot of money back in the 30s. So he ended up getting caught for that, and that's what ended up sending him down to Leavenworth, where he ended up passing away in 1954 when he was 54 years old. So that was where he ended up. But then another part of that story is a friend of his, he had hidden some of the money on, like $73,000, and they ended up going out and finding it buried in this friend's cotton field. So that guy ended up going to prison for 1 year and 1 day. So some of the things that make him historical is that there were 4 things that had never happened before, and I don't want to get them wrong, so I was going to look on my phone. One of the things is his was the first criminal trial in the United States that was captured on film. It was the very first filmed one. I'm going to see if I can find some film on that somewhere on the internet. Maybe I'll interject it in here. Another thing that made him so special, for lack of better words, is that his was the first kidnapping of this guy Urschel after the Lindbergh Law came into effect, which made it a federal crime. Then the third thing is this was the first major case solved by the J. Edgar Hoover FBI. Gave him something to do. And then the fourth thing was, this was just an interesting side note, I guess. It was the first prosecution in which defendants were transported by airplane. So all of that's very interesting, man. History's great. So what, this was 87 years ago that all this went down? My, how the world has changed. And yet it hasn't. Yep. Anyway. Yeah, I can't believe that that's how long the FBI has even been around. It was 85 years. Very interesting. So the reason I'm telling you guys all of this is because he's buried near here, Machine Gun Kelly is, and I'm going to go find his grave today. Thought maybe you might want to come along. Could be interesting. I wonder if there's a geocache there. I bet there is. So, yeah. Just enjoy my morning here. I'm fixing to head out though, get the van ready, and we'll go exploring. Here come the horse trailers. That's who utilizes this area the most, I think. Good for them. Awesome. Do you think Machine Gun Kelly drove that car? Maybe he did. There's somebody here. Interesting. What a nice park. Brand new porch. Brand new. Huh. Alright, we're supposed to be able to find this dude on row 11, section 2. Yep, no hoopla here. I found that to be a bit of interesting history. I hope you did too. That was kind of fun. Not sure what I'm going to do next. It really looks like rain tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do. Could go home, but what's the fun in that?